Shalom, welcome to another video, and as always, before I get started, I want to give all praise, our honor, and our glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, and next double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or whether they forbear. Alright, it's going to be another episode of News and Prophecy. And I got a few different clips I want to play of current events. And as always, bring out some prophecies. And Yahweh Rachazah is edifying to the elect. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and play the first one. And this is pretty much a video clip of Missouri lawmaker sets bounties on quote-unquote illegal immigrants' heads. Alright. And all the chaos that is going to ensue from that. Alright. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I'll play the first clip.
We are following up tonight on a St. Louis County lawmaker's call to pay people $1,000 bounties for turning in undocumented migrants in Missouri. Fox News' Andy Banker shows us the plan that is drawing major pushback tonight.
David Gregory is the Republican state senator-elect from West St. Louis County. He campaigned heavily on border issues, not Missouri-Illinois, Missouri-Arkansas, Missouri-Iowa borders, but the U.S. border with Mexico. His critics say this latest plan of his is way over the line.
I'm David Gregory. I went to the border.
Back in March, Gregory put out a campaign video of his visit to the U.S. border in Arizona. He told me then about his proposal to create the criminal offense of what he called trespass by an illegal alien, punishable by life in prison.
So let's do this right to protect our people, because immigration is good. Illegal immigration is bad.
He has now pre-filed Senate Bill 72, which would certify citizen applicants to be bounty hunters to find and detain what it calls illegal aliens with a state-paid reward of $1,000 each.
Missourians expect us to find solutions and not point fingers and not point people out of a public lineup.
Democrat State Senator Brian Williams of St. Louis County says Gregory's new bill would potentially have devastating consequences for law-abiding Missourians.
Right now, it sounds like the public is going to not only get finger pointing, but potentially be at subject of various situations of discrimination.
A spokeswoman for the International Institute, which helps migrants and refugees resettle in St. Louis, says the immigrants and refugees we work with have made our region and country more welcoming, healthy, and prosperous for us all. She says that will continue in spite of any proposals like this.
I don't know how you do something like this without just stopping every brown person and demanding to see their papers.
And St. Louis immigration attorney Javad Khazali calls Gregory's bill un-American. He says it opens the state up to a great deal of costly litigation.
You're going to have some Puerto Rican walking down the street, gets tackled, and people are going to be like, we caught one. And they don't know that Puerto Ricans are Americans.
We reached Senator-elect Gregory, who said he was out of town and would get back to us later this week. He did not address his bill. Andy Banker, Fox 2 News.
Okay, all right, so we're back. All right, you see all the chaos that this could cause. Okay, the guy said people are going to be just, how could you do this without just grabbing up random people, trying to force them to show you their papers, all right? So this is going to cause all kind of chaos. And, hey, man, this is in the scriptures. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring out the prophecies on this. And once again, Yahweh Rachazah is edifying to the elect. All right, so I'm going to start here in 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." All right, what's the modern day sword? All right, it's the gun. Okay, any instrument of killing. Okay, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. Okay, because these people, they're not gonna just go willingly. They're not, you're not just gonna walk in someone and say, hey, you got your papers, man. If you don't, then I got to take you in. Okay, no, it's gonna be violence is going to ensue. Okay, there's no other way. There's not gonna be any other way to execute this without some form of force or violence being used. All right. So this is gonna cause chaos in the streets, and then what happens if you try to grab somebody up and come to find out that they are citizens. All right. I mean, all kind of lawsuits. It's gonna cause a lot of tension. Essentially, you're raising up, neighbors, friends, family, amongst against one another, to make money. Really is what it is. People are gonna turn into bounty hunters against their peers. All right, because you don't know who's who. You don't know who's so-called illegal and who's not. Okay, so this is gonna cause all kind of chaos, but this is exactly what the elites want. All right, because this is gonna lead to them being able to establish order. All right, the New World Order saying, or the saying, the Latin saying that says, what is it? Slovakia. I can't think of it right now. Oh, ordo ab chaos. Okay, order out of chaos. All right, this is what they want to establish. Okay, let's get this right quick. Isaiah 19:2. All right, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Okay, this is spiritual Egypt, the house of bondage. Okay, it says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and this is what, this is a sign that we're coming into the end times. Okay, civil war, chaos, all right, all these things. Okay, we'll start here, Matthew 24:6. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, so all these things must come to pass according to prophecy. Okay, and this could definitely be a catalyst, to kick that off. Now we'll see if it actually goes through. All right, we'll see, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, man. All right, and pretty much what it also does is it deputizes, because you have a lot of overzealous right wingers that they want to quote unquote make America great again, and they pretty much are placing the blame on the so-called illegals. All right, they're creating a scapegoat, so people can direct their anger towards someone. All right, these Edomites, they're just itching, to use force against Jake. All right, this is 2 Ezra 6:24. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. All right, now when it says that friend, that's the main point. The first part of it, that friends shall fight one against another like enemies, because the people that they're talking about, raising Americans against, these are, people that we are our co-workers. All right, they're our neighbors. All right. So that's what's, and we see these people on a regular day-to-day basis, and don't think nothing of it. Okay, but now, and once again, how are you gonna know, who's so-called illegal and who's not? All right, there's really no way to tell just by looking at someone. So they're just gonna be grabbing up anybody who looks like a Northern Kingdom Jake, a so-called Latino, and they're gonna be trying to apply force to capture these people. All right, and I mean that's gonna cause a lot of chaos. All right. Let's continue on to the next video though. Okay, the next one is on a anti-SEM bill out of Ohio, and they're saying that they had a recent neo-Nazi protest or rally in, I think it was Columbus, Ohio. I can't remember exactly what city, but they're using that to push new laws that are going to infringe on free speech. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and watch that one real quick. And yeah, once again, Yahweh righteous out edifying to the elect.
And just in the past 3 hours, the Ohio House finished up a late-night session, passing and discussing several bills. One that did not come up yet is Senate Bill 297, which passed the Senate earlier today. Now, it's one of the bills causing controversy. The bill would expand the offense of ethnic intimidation to include offenses of riot and aggravated riot committed by reason of race, color, religion, or national origin, or another person or group of persons. Ahead of the Senate session this afternoon, the Ohio chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations, also known as CAIR, held a press conference at the State House. The goal was to urge lawmakers not to pass this bill, claiming it's designed to stifle political speech and targets Palestinians. Tonight, 10 TV's Carly Dion asked the CAIR Ohio Executive Director about their opposition to the bill.
What is your biggest problem with this bill?
This bill, I believe, is not about anti-Semitism. It is about First Amendment right, because it seeks to stifle people's right to express their views and outrage at war crimes that are being committed by a foreign country. And I think to stifle that First Amendment speech, conflating it with anti-Semitism, I think is a big disservice to Ohioans and to the American people.
Meanwhile, when the bill was brought forth during the Senate session this afternoon, lawmakers passed it 27-4. The bill's sponsor, Senator Terry Johnson, claims the bill does not prevent free speech and does not prevent freedom of assembly, which were concerns brought up by two senators who opposed the bill. Johnson says it's about defining anti-Semitism for the purpose of investigations to put a stop to hate crimes against Jewish people.
Okay, all right, we're back. All right, so let's get some scriptures on this. All right, because really what it comes down to, they're really trying to make it to where you cannot criticize the 1948ers. All right, because they're really coming for us. The neo-Nazis, they're not a threat. All right, they're not a threat to anyone. They're not going to do anything. All right, they're just a bunch of pissed off Edomites. That's it. Okay, but no, they're really upset that the truth is coming out. Okay, so they're trying to push, laws around to be able to persecute the saints, okay, the men of the Lord that are actually bringing out prophecies on who everybody is, what they're doing in the earth. All right, this is Isaiah 29:18. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. Okay, and that's what's happening. Okay, we're bringing out this truth, and the truth encompasses many different things. Okay, one of the things that the truth that we talk about is who those people are. All right, who are the wicked of the earth? Okay, what their plots are, what their schemes are. All right, and that's what's being brought out. Okay, it says, verse 19, the meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. And that's talking about Jacob. Okay, this truth has brought us great joy, and we're rejoicing in the words that the Lord is bringing out. Okay, but once again, the truth is offensive. Okay, especially to those who are guilty. So they're mad about that. All right. So while we're rejoicing, they're trying to figure out ways to put us back to sleep. Okay, they don't want us to know this truth. All right, it says verse 20, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. Okay, because that's what this is leading to. Okay, this truth being brought out is exposing things. All right, and it's going to lead to the downfall of this system. Why? Because this kingdom is built completely off of lies. Okay, and the most dangerous thing to a liar is the truth. All right, verse 21, it says, that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the jest for a thing of naught. See, so they're making us an offender for a word, because all we're doing is bringing out words. Okay, we're not trying. They paint us to be like the most evil men on the face of the earth, and all we're doing is bringing out words of truth. All right, we haven't done anything. We haven't lynched anybody or burned crosses on anybody's yard. All these different things that the actual terrorists have done. Okay, all we do is just bring out what the words of the Bible say. But once again, the most dangerous thing to a liar is the truth. All right. So they lay in a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. Okay, the men of the Lord out there on the highways and byways. Okay, because this law, I would make it illegal for us to preach. Really, I mean, because the gospel, the gospel condemns wickedness. All right, and the people that are proclaiming to be us are the wicked. All right, so let's continue on. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face wax now pale. Okay, so the Lord is going to deliver his servants even from this upcoming persecution. All right, let's get this next script. Sirach 11 and verse 31. It says, for he lieth in wait and turneth good into evil. All right, liars want to make the truth seem evil, and that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, we're just speaking the words of truth. Okay, breaking down the prophecies according to the Bible, and they're making it out to be something that's wicked. All right, and in things worthy of praise will lay blame upon thee. Okay, so really it's a noble thing because no one else is doing it. No one else is speaking out against wickedness. All right, everyone else is bought and paid for. Okay, so they're more worried about debates and all this kind of stuff. All right, they're not thinking about, they're not really going deep into prophecy, exposing who the wicked is. Okay, what their plans are. All right, it's mostly us that's focused on these prophecies. All right, and these are things that are praiseworthy, especially in the eyes of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. These are honorable things, right? But they're trying to lay blame upon us. Say even other Israelite groups do the same thing. All right, but anyways, let's continue on. And this is ultimately what it comes down to. Psalms 37 and verse 32. Excuse me. It says, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. Okay, but they can't come for us directly, because if they came for us directly, all it would do would be confirm that we're telling the truth. All right. So the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. It says the Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Okay, so once again, he's going to deliver us out of the hands of the wicked. All right, and we trusting in that. Okay, so let's move on to the next video clip. Okay, and this one is about the California bird flu that is now declared a state of emergency in California as of right now. And I'm just gonna bring out that video and then get some precepts.
I'm Ellen Leva, live from ABC7. California has declared a state of emergency in response to the bird flu. Governor Gavin Newsom made the proclamation in order to streamline and expedite the state's response to the virus. This virus has spread to 16 states, and California has reported 34 human cases. That's more than any other state. All infected individuals had exposure to infected cattle, and California also has the greatest number of cattle herds infected.
Okay, all right, we're back. Let's see. Let's go to Exodus. All right, chapter 9 and verse 13. Okay, and the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, thus saith the Lord God of the Hebrews, let my people go, that they may serve me. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. Okay, so the Lord has sent plagues upon ancient Egypt, and he's sending plagues upon modern day Egypt. Okay, and we really haven't, the 19 was a heavy one, but we really haven't seen it really hit. Okay, there's going to be diseases and pestilences running rampant in the times that we're coming into. All right, just like he did in ancient Egypt, he's going to do in modern day Egypt. It says, for now I will stretch out mine hand that I might smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up, for to show in thee my power, that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. Okay, so the same way he raised up ancient Pharaoh, and he smit it with disease, pestilence, plagues, okay, death and destruction. He's going to do the same thing to modern day Pharaoh here in modern day spiritual Egypt. All right, let's get a precept on that. Okay, 2nd Ezra chapter 15. All right, 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 10. All right, it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Okay, and this is talking about America, modern day spiritual Egypt, the house of bondage. Okay, where our ancestors served here in captivity. All right, and they're still in captivity to this day. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Okay, so this ain't talking about the first time. All right, this is talking about today. Okay, modern day time. The Lord said, I will smite Egypt with plagues as before. All right. Verse 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. All right, so he's going to do it the same way he judged ancient Egypt and ancient Pharaoh. He's going to do it today in modern day Egypt and judge the modern day Pharaoh, which is Esau, Edom. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get one more video, and that'll be it, okay, for this news and prophecy. All right, let's go right into it.
The Madison Police Department responded to a mass shooting at the Abundant Life Christian School today. Officers were dispatched to the school, which is located on the city's east side at 10:57 a.m. They arrived to find multiple people suffering from gunshot wounds. 3 people, including the shooter, are dead. The shooter has now been identified as 15-year-old Natalie Rupnow, who went by the name Samantha. She was a student at the school, and evidence suggests she died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. A teacher and a teenage student were pronounced dead at the scene at that school. 6 other students and a teacher were injured and taken to area hospitals. 2 students remain in critical condition. We are still working to determine a motive. Detectives have talked to her family members this evening, as well as conduct a search of the shooter's home here in Madison.
Okay, all right, we're back. All right, so you've seen that pretty crazy stuff. All right, people are losing their mind. All right, they're bugging out. For this one, I'm gonna go to the blue letter. Okay, we're going to get Matthew 24 and 12. All right, Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. All right, it reads, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, let's see what it says in different translations. It says, a New King James Version, and because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. NLT, sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. All right, now, okay, that's that word in Matthew 24 and 12. Okay, I always say this, we live in a condition of lawlessness. All right, anomia, Strong's G458 in the Greek. All right, and it means the condition of without law, because of ignorant of it, because of violating it, contempt and violation of the law, iniquity and wickedness. All right, so that is the condition that this world is in. All right, lawlessness under the rulership of Esau, Edom. All right, and because of that, the love of many shall wax cold. Let's go into that word, cold. All right, Strong G 5594. Okay, and it's literally psycho or psycho. All right, people are acting very psycho. That's where you get the word psychotic from. All right, and down here, okay, it says metaphorically of waning love. That's the third definition. So people's love is waning. It's getting less and less. People are getting more pissed off, angry. They're feeling more negative emotions because we're in a condition, society of lawlessness. Okay, so the Lord is causing chaos to reign on the earth. All right, and what is He doing? What was this an example of? This is an example of one of the Lord's spirits created for vengeance. All right, didn't know He had that, did you? Sirach 39 and 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of Him that made them. Okay, it says, fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Okay, and that's what's happening. That woman, that little young lady, all right, was a spirit created for vengeance. All right, punishing the wicked to destruction, because what they're doing is wicked up in there. Got a whole institution dedicated to an idol, to white Jesus. All right, that's wicked as hell. Okay, so the Lord sent a spirit created for vengeance up in there. It says they shall rejoice in His commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. All right, and you go. So the Lord sent out that evil angel. They put it on that evil spirit on that young woman. All right, and what did she do? She went up in there and deleted a few people. All right, and we're gonna see more of that because the love of many is waxing cold. All right, so I'm gonna close out with that. Okay, matter of fact, let's get this. Just like it. Let's get this right quick. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Alright, and it reads, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to close out with that. Yahweh righteous out, being the Heavenly Father's will is edifying. As always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Alright, until next time, Shalom, and Abai Babal.